All right, we're back. So, Lee, in this video, we're going to wrap up and test our system, yeah?
Yes. All right. We've already written the functionality that we want to send off to this dispatch. Basically, in the very first video, we demonstrated that if we run this Unity API call, we crash Unity. So what we've done is written that dispatch to prove that, or to allow us to run this code without crashing Unity. So it's time to test and prove that it actually works. Otherwise, we just wasted a whole bunch of time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to say var dispatch is going to be equal to Unity dispatch. No, Unity dispatch. Fine. I'll fix it myself. All right. Unity dispatch dot. Oops. Did I mess that up? Yep, sure did. All right. One thing I forgot to do. In dispatcher. Nope, it is public static. And test worker thread. All right. Dot Unity wow, I'm having a hard time typing today. Dispatcher dot Q Unity dispatch. There we go. All right, now takes an action. What is our action? Well, Unity stuff is our action. So we'll just say Unity stuff. So we're passing in all the functionality that is part of the Unity stuff method. And then we need to give it a priority. Doesn't really matter in this example, so I'll just set it to high. That sets up our dispatch. Now, normally this is all we need to do, but nothing's going to happen if we just run this. Reason why is for dispatches to execute, update has to be called. And right now, nothing is calling update. So what we have to do, go to Game Manager, inside of update, we'll just put it at the end here, we'll tell the Unity dispatcher to run update. So now, if we were to execute, everything should run fine. So test worker thread here. So this is all the code that we need. And if we really wanted to be minimalistic about it, we don't even need this part. We could go ahead and kill the var dispatch. So just this should create our sphere. And it's not coming up. Could you switch over for me, please?
Sure.
All right, so let's go ahead and clear this because that was our test that we ran without our dispatcher. If we run now, we can see we're processing our 100 jobs. And if you look, we have this gray circle, which is a sphere. But not only is it a sphere, it's a whole lot of spheres because I'm not positioning these. And if we look, there are an entire list of spheres here.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
So there's 100 spheres there if I really wanted to go and count them all out. Now, something that you noticed is that they ran as fast as the system could create them. Mm-hmm. In other words, just like before, it created a sphere and then it did the count and you saw all the flashing stuff that we had on the screen. So if I run it again real quick, just for fun, it creates a sphere, runs the counts just like it did before. Now, I said we have the ability to cause the system to wait. To do that, if you could switch back for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead and ignore for now. If we go back here and we say var dispatch, basically we're saving what Unity or the Unity dispatcher is returning out. Mm-hmm. So if we save that information and then we call dispatch dot wait, no, dispatch. Oh, really? Did you not see me select dispatch?
Thought I did.
It's like, oh, select?
Nope,
yeah.
you did, yep. So
yeah,
you're just going to type it out.
dispatch. Hit escape because IntelliSense is failing. Now I can call wait. There's two flavors of wait. There is the default flavor or overload that if I were to run this would wait 1 millisecond before running the rest of this code. 1 millisecond's not a whole lot of time. So we probably wouldn't even see that. But if I set this up to 5,000, we're going to wait 5 seconds. So if I build that, yep, I need to switch over for me again.
Okay.
So if we go through and we run this again, you're going to see that it creates a number of spheres, 20 in fact. Then it runs those counts, creates 20 more. You can see the little slider jump. 5 seconds later, it runs the counts, creates 20 more, and it waits 5 more seconds before that before the time comes up. So it runs through and it gets through the whole process, and we have all of our threads again.
Nice.
So, and I just finished up that last batch. So, and that is all because of the way this is working. Basically, we're saying, while we're not complete, sleep for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Then, or right now for 5 seconds. Then check again. 5 seconds later, check again. If it's still not complete, then just
Now,
wait
let me
5
ask
seconds.
this. Do you want to fix this?
No, I kind of like what is it? Would that be up a date?
Up a date. I mean, I saw it earlier, and I thought I'd give you the benefit of a doubt, but it seems
I
like you're getting
completely
close.
missed it.
It seems like you're getting close to wrapping up now, and anyway.
Yeah, I miss spelling things like that. I usually catch them 4 or 5 videos down the road.
No worries.
So I try to fix them. So, but yeah, that proves that the system still works. We're only doing 100 threads at a time when we're running it, but what's kind of funny is, let's go back to the worker thread.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and use the default wait one.
Yeah.
With the default value. Could you switch back?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Because these 100 threads run fairly fast.
Yeah.
So if I go through and just run, you can just see it's just going and going and going. We don't get that pause anymore. And then it finishes. We stop. We hit play again. Now, this will take a couple of times. And I think this is, the 5th time we've run through it?
Something like that.
So 4 plus all the other ones that we've done. So I'm not quite sure exactly when it'll happen. But I'm not creating 1,000 threads at a single go. I'm only doing 100.
Right.
But it should, and now that I'm trying to make it do it, probably won't. But it should still eventually explode just like it would. It's not a hard limit that, it only blows up when you create 1,000 threads in a single run.
Right.
It's
kind of cumulative.
Yep, it's cumulative. So it's definitely in the editor.
Uh-huh.
So you can stop, clear it out. The only way that you can reset that counter is by closing out of the Unity editor altogether.
Oh,
and I'll have to get you to end task it.
Yeah.
Because it's gone. So there's no way of resetting that error. It's when it gets to about 1,000 threads, it's going to go goodbye.
Okay, well, here goes Unity.
So, but I just wanted to show that so people go, oh, well, as long as I never create 1,000 threads at a single go.
Right.
No,
as long as you're in the editor, if you eventually work your way up to 1,000 threads, you're probably going to explode.
Yep. And it's not a hard, fast number.
Yeah.
I've seen it go a little bit lower. I've seen it go a little bit higher.
Yeah.
It just all depends on how squirrely it feels. But we did take care of the other problem that our thread system had, which was its inability to execute Unity API calls from inside of the thread. Technically, we're not executing those API calls from inside the thread, which is why this system works. We're spinning it off, handing it back to the main thread, and then we have the choice of whether or not we're going to wait for that to finish before we continue execution. So,
Gotcha.
So it's kind of a workaround to one of the limitations.
Mm-hmm.
The other way that you would have to do it is by writing signaling code throughout the rest of your, so that all your classes,
The signaling code throughout the rest of your what?
the rest of your classes.
Oh, okay.
So all your other code
Yeah.
would have to be smart enough to go, oh yeah, this does some of my stuff in a thread, some of the stuff needs to be local. I need to set up conditions that thread can signal this part or this method is okay to run now because the thread's gotten to that part or not. And that was the way I had originally set it up inside of the train R&D.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we've got this finished with this new dispatch, we'll be going back and reworking a lot of the code that handles that, which just cleans it up a lot. And then it just removes the burden of doing all the synchronization between what is working in worker threads and what is running in the main thread away from the developer. So they only have to write 2 lines of code to run whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Awesome.
But I think that's pretty much it for this small set of videos. And I think after this we get back at what's coming up next. I believe next is going to be starting to look at working the Vertex cache system into the train R&D.
Well, Lee, thank you very much. This was some excellent stuff, and thanks for letting me sit in with you to get it all wrapped. And until the next time, we'll just see you guys around. Take it easy.